The seat of African Union, the continent's most powerful political body, is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. So why? How Ethiopia become the diplomatic heartbeat of an entire continent? The answer is a mix of bold history, political strategy, and a powerful symbol. To understand this, we have to go back to the late 19th century, the scramble for Africa. European powers were carving up the continent. Almost every African kingdom and society fell under colonial rule. But there was one stunning exception: Ethiopia. Ethiopian forces delivered a decisive defeat to the invading Italian army at the Battle of Adwa in 1986. This wasn't just a military victory, it was a seismic event. Ethiopia became a symbol of African resistance, sovereignty, and pride. It proved to the world and to the future African leaders that colonialism was not invited. The 1950s and the 60s, the winds of change are blowing and the African nations are gaining independence. They needed a place to unite, to speak with one voice against apartheid and lingering colonialism. The natural spiritual leader for this movement was Ethiopia's last Emperor Haile Selassie. He was a towering Pan-African figure. He modernized Ethiopia and crucially actively funded and accompanied the idea of a continental organization. When the Organization of African Union was founded in 1963, the choice for its headquarters was almost a foregone conclusion. Addis Ababa was chosen as the permanent seat, but history alone wasn't enough. Ethiopia offered concrete advantages. Ethiopia had no colonial baggage. It hadn't been ruled by Italy, Britain, France, or Portugal. This made it a truly neutral meeting place for former French, English, and other colonies, avoiding any perception of dominance by a former colonial power. Even before the Organization of African Union, Addis Ababa had infrastructure for diplomacy. It was home to the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa since 1958. The city was already wired for international meetings and diplomacy. The Ethiopian government didn't just offer a building, they donated the land for the headquarters and have continuously invested in diplomatic quarter. They made it for their mission to be host. This legacy continues today. The city has grown into a massive diplomatic capital, hosting over 120 embassies and constant international summits. It is where African crises are debated and the continental policies are board. So Ethiopia is the seat of the African Union, not just because of decision made in 1963, but because of a stand it took in 1896. It represents a choice to center African identity on independence and resilience. What do you think? Should the African Union headquarters ever be moved, or does its location in Addis Ababa remain too powerful a symbol to change? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this dive into African geopolitics, smash that like button, subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.